At newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s.
This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Started the Aussie punter and kickoff man Michael Dixon. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 24, Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Burrow on play action. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a carry for Pirine. And unable to get downhill there, as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. This is the football, and the Bengals grab it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. My spot sheets, I highlighted.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Pirine. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Penny, a first down carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Penny on the toss right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And Burrow going to throw again. Pass incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action with Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Pirine. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Play action. It's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
Here comes the seventh play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
He finds his man complete. It's Osborne. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Room past the 20. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here we go. Ready? Play action. It's Burrow. It's caught by Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Burrow will throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Let's go! So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
In a game where 1 field goal is all these offenses could muster in the first 2 quarters, you figure both coaching staffs were needing to make plenty of adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon Gott.
Yes, indeed, Coach. Thanks. Hey, we could use a touchdown. 3-0 as we welcome you back in. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway from the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. They'll find Everett there, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
0-0-0. Mike, check, 59.
Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Bengals are here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 10.
56 to Mike, boy, 56.
Now Burrow. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
17, got it. Check him out.
11 MT. 11 Thomas.
You got time right there.
12.
First down. Here's Burrow. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 59, Mark, 59.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having, because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
59 mark, set. Pick me up. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Watch the run.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
On 1, right? Mike 56, right there, 56. 12. Here I come. 11, mighty. 11, God.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. Wiggles free. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
12.
Again, it's Fournette. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Going to give this time to the tailback. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 17. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Line cut. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run.
Hey, we got to go score. Let's go.
Now Leonard Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
11.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Slant. Watch twist.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Check. Rush in. Watch twist.
11 MT.
They'll try and run for it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. McPherson on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked picked off near the 34. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Second and 8.
Here we go. Ready? 11 MT, 11 MT.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Cincinnati, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.